I had traveled to Prague to meet Haufer, the director of the opera, and settle at last the accounts between us. I had left my dear Constanze back in Vienna. As usual in these instances, I buried myself in work and only let sleep surprise me when my body gave up. A strange and recurring dream was causing me much torment. It was about the city, the music, and the emperor. Rumors were spreading about a war expedition he was leading, and they said that the fate of weapons had turned against him. His shadow was standing beside me, as if he wanted to warn me about a larger drama about to unfold. But before he could talk, light took its leave, and from the secret abyss beyond the city, a new enemy seemed to rise. The Emperor Joseph II is in trouble, an enemy much more vile. And that figure in the shadow, what a strange dream. I work too much, and still there is so much left to do. My head, I definitively need something to get my wits back together.
Hello and welcome to Mozart, The Last Secret, also known as Mozart, The Conspirators of Prague. And this game was revamped and re-released last year as Mozart Requiem. Sounds confusing? I will go into more details about the release of this game and about the revamp in another video, but for now let's make a start. We play as Mozart, who for some reason doesn't sound very Austrian. The controls for this game are very simple. Anything that can be interacted with is highlighted in orange, and anything that can't, but most likely will be soon, is highlighted in black. Anyway, let's start poking around.
Here's something that could wake me up. The leather pouch for my watch. Let's check if it's stored in there. It's a valuable timepiece that was repaired recently. The errand boy who brought it back yesterday claimed it was as good as new. Still, I was too busy and could not check it then. How strange. The master clockmaker must have left a set of his keys in the pouch after fixing it. In any event, the piece works perfectly now. A bit of light could help me avoid an accident.
At least the first puzzle is going to be an easy one.
I can't go out in this kind of hazy state. I'm still half asleep.
I guess that we need to make a cup of coffee. We have a start, at least.
The second half of the divertimento on which I'm currently working. I'll try to complete it later. I must have left the first few pages back at the theater.
I guess that we need to boil this water. I'm not sure if there is an end to this sequence, as Mozart just seems to play on and on. I do enjoy this music, but we have a game to play.
Drink some plain warm water? I'd better find something more tasty.
Okay. I'm not sure why we couldn't put the coffee in after we put it on the hook, but there we go. And for some reason, we won't drink this coffee straight from this spoon.
Strange to think that Ottomans invented this divine beverage. I feel like our Lord Jesus about to be resurrected.
Mozart? Sir? Are you in?
Oh, I guess that we will finish this another time.
I have a message for you. A Mazzini guy came by and left word that you should go to the Emperor's palace as soon as possible.
All right, I'm on my way.
Oh, not so fast, sir. I can't let you leave unless you settle your bill with us.
Well, if I have to get to the castle, it must be a matter of urgency.
Undeniably. So, picture this. You go to the palace, and for one reason or another, you have to leave Prague in a hurry, never to be seen here again. And I remain here with my unpaid bill. Not a pretty sight. So, you pay now, and then you may go wherever you please.
That Mazzini bloke. I'm guessing whoever translated this game, the subtitles and the dialogue seem to be slightly different. So I'm guessing the people who translated this game were two different people, and they didn't send the memos to each other about their changes. But Mazzini bloke, that is some translation.
Maybe you'd agree to grant me a bit of delay?
A delay to settle your bill? You already owe me from your previous stay 3 months ago. You want me to wait until after Christmas?
I'm expecting to collect a large sum of money very soon.
Oh, I too am expecting money. Your money. If you don't have any, give me an object of value as a pawn.
What rumor did you hear this morning?
It's the talk of the town. The Imperial army is said to have vanished near the Ottoman border.
Maybe that's the reason why I didn't get my pension from the court yet.
I'd say it's kind of a weird excuse, as people say you and the Emperor are close friends. Sure enough, and tell me why I, a man of the people, should lend a helping hand to a privileged musician who works for the Imperial court?
If we say that's false, then Johann gets annoyed with us and refuses to speak to us again.
What do you know about this Mazzini?
Mazzini? Ah, yeah, that's the elegant man who came by to give me notice that you're expected at the castle.
Did he say anything else?
Okay, I don't know what happened there.
Oh, I got all the time in the world, Mozart. Especially since you owe me 30 florins.
We don't seem to have any money on us, but we do have this watch.
What if I left you with this precious watch?
A watch built by Epoch? Well, it's a very valuable pawn, and provided that you keep it with us, we will be honored to have you stay for as long as you wish.
Mozart, where do you get off? Don't you know that my people are expecting you at the opera? They've been waiting for you to join the rehearsal since daybreak. And the divertimento, I hope you finally completed it.
Well, not entirely yet. And I'm expected at the castle.
You're hopeless. What do you mean, expected at the castle? All you have to do is complete the damned divertimento and come with me to the Nostitz Theatre for the rehearsal.
All right, I'll finish your music sheet. But before that, I need to make some arrangements for my trip to the castle. How fair? You have promised to pay me my share on Don Giovanni.
You really have some nerves. I told you a dozen times that my accountant is going over my books to check how much you're owed. You know these things take time, don't you?
Don Giovanni was a huge success, and you pledged that I would receive half of the receipts.
Half after I reimburse myself of all my expenses. And believe me, the expenses were in line with the success of the show. My accountant is deep inside the details of it. No worry.
Maybe I could get an advance?
To get an advance, you should first advance with your work, Mozart. Do you know how much the artists that are standing by, waiting for your piece, cost me?
No, how much?
I should have listened to my brother's advice and opened up a Turkish bath. Customers pay in advance when they attend that kind of venue.
How can I get to the castle?
By foot, Mozart. It's a rough 1-hour walk and the trail is pretty steep. You never seem to have any exercise, and that sure will do you some good.
I don't have time for that. Is there no other way?
Well, there's no other way that costs nothing, my friend. Unless, of course, you happen to know how to fly.
I thought I saw a coach parked in the street by the hotel.
Dubček's wreck? I would strongly advise against it, Mozart. He's kind of rough around the edges, and he always drives a hard bargain.
This game sounds like it's set in colonial America rather than 18th century Prague.
Are you available for a ride around noon?
Nerozumím.
Sorry, I don't speak Czech.
Well, at least someone speaks the language here. And sounds like they do.
No water and no hose to bring it to the fountain.
I should have listened to my brother's advice and opened up a Turkish bath. Customers pay in advance when they attend that kind of venue.
The coachman uses a language I can't make out. Would you, maybe?
Do I know how to speak Czech, you mean? Huh. You are talking to a patriot, Mozart, so you better be respectful.
In that case, would you please help me make some kind of deal with the driver standing there?
Well, now that we have reached an agreement on the settling of your debt to me, I guess I can try to help you out. Still, someday my generosity will do me more harm than good. To get to the castle, I doubt that the driver will give you credit.
The doctor can settle the fee for the ride when we get there.
Oh, Mozart, you're always over-optimistic.
I believe that humans are good, my friend, nothing else.
I'm listening, Mozart. What do you have to say to this poor working man?
Are you okay there? Just doing some exercising while we wait, I see.
I have to get to the castle, but I can't pay for the ride.
All right, I'll translate it. So far, Dubček is laughing and doesn't say much else. Gee, that laugh. That's definitely low-class Bratislavan.
Why does he laugh? What's he saying?
He's asking what the Joker's name is. I think he means you, Mozart. The Joker.
Did you mention my name?
I'm afraid so. These Slovaks are so full of surprises. He said he loved your operas.
I'm pleased to hear that. So, is he good for the ride?
No, by no means, no. We pay in advance or we get nowhere. He claims that's his motto.
All right. Tell him I'll pay him. I'll be back at noon with the money.
You really want me to tell him that? That would be dishonest. You told it to me so many times. Why would I turn myself into your accomplice in another of your swindles?
I'm going to the theater. After the rehearsal, the director of the opera is going to pay me some of the money he owes me.
Wonderful. And how much for me?
All I can afford to give you, but I beg you, please confirm our appointment to Dubček.
There you go. You're to meet him here at noon. Don't be late. Our new friend insists, 'cause from what I gather, he's supposed to meet at around 2 with a young lady who has very little patience.
Why did they turn around when they know full well that we can't understand what they're saying?
Ask him whether he has heard any interesting rumors through his colleagues.
Again.
He says a friend of his was called up in the middle of last night to fetch a sick man that he ended up delivering to the castle.
Okay, bye then. All that we need to do now is we need to finish this score off.
All right, let's get back to work.
Okay. Well, we didn't seem to catch that second's hint of what to do, but this is fairly simple. What we need to do is we need to move these notes around. And when they're blue, it means that they are in the incorrect order on this line. And I believe we have 3 or 4 to do, maybe 5. Anyway, these are always randomized as well. And I believe we can make 5 mistakes, possibly throughout the whole thing.
Oh, KV 563. It's such a wonderful melody. I'd say that is just perfect. Let's go on.
As you can see here, we have the orange notes as well, and the prompt says that if they're orange, then they are on the wrong row. And it seems like we have up to 6 mistakes that we can make on this. So I was wrong. We have a set amount of mistakes for each one, not for the whole thing. And apparently this is going to be a recurring puzzle as well. It's not too taxing.
As my dear father used to say, It's hard to be modest when you're a genius. Let's start the next one.
The game itself, I'm not sure how it's going to play out. I'm not having any high expectations of it, but I'm definitely going to enjoy the music.
I got it at last, fully realized and down on that paper.
Hold on. Did I not pick it up? No. I thought that it would have been automatic, but here we are. Hold on. I'm sorry for wasting a bit of time, but the stairs down are on the left side, but he goes on the right side, downstairs. Someone's made a boo-boo here.
Good Lord, so it was not that complicated. Come on, let's hurry back to the theatre.
My morning has been kind of crowded, but here I stand now at your disposal.
At long last. You almost kept me waiting. Let's head up now for the theatre.